Hello lightning tamers, Percy here, and I'm going to do a little quick video here for you guys about what I've been working on lately with so-called capacitive electrode, capacitive coupling, external electrode type stuff. What I have here is a demo piece made by Chris Ahalt. It did take some time to figure out exactly how to finish this up and send it out to him. So you can tell that this piece has no electrode on it, save for the back end here where I have some conductive carbon, which I talked about earlier. This was a suggestion by Gavin Tiernan on a quick live stream I had done. And then using some silver conductive epoxy to adhere the wire to the actual backside of the piece. If you notice, I had to sandblast that back in there because I wanted something a little bit of tooth as I kind of build the rest of the area around the piece to make it mountable on a little plaque, and I'll show that shortly. So this is a nice little plaque that I have that I'm going to mount it to. I can imagine sitting like this and placed like so. Alright, so what I'm going to do is a test on two power supplies that are available to me. This capacitive coupling works through specifically because of the nature of plasma and how it's driven by both high voltage, low amperage, but also near radio frequency. So that transfers through that glass and helps illuminate the gases inside. So the first transfer I'm going to use on this piece is the Neon 21 that's available at amazing1.com. It's a nice little small flexible power supply, especially for lower volumes like this, and we'll see how that looks in just a moment. We are with the Neon 21 at fairly dim kitchen lighting, and I'll turn off the lights here shortly. So I would call this the ideal situation for lighting. If you were actually in the space with me, I could see around in my area. It will seem lighter on camera as the camera tries to adjust to that. This is like the near ideal gallery space lighting. A little bit of the light kind of peeking in through the kitchen here, but you can kind of see what we've got here. Next up is the L7020 from Tech 22. You can hear a little buzzing here, and that's mainly because there's so much power going into it that it's sparking around the edges, and I'll show that in just a second when I turn off the light. This is one of the issues you'll have when you have something that has more power going into it. I don't know if you can really see that very well. There we go. And that's not good. Now there may be some workarounds to this, but honestly, in the end, for this volume, for what I'm trying to do with it, this is way too much power going in, and that's why it's kind of reaching and falling off the edges, because it's able to ionize the air gap around the excess area of the graphite carbon compound that's on there. There's a couple tips or tricks I can try, but I am doubting that I'd be able to sufficiently do this using the Tech 22. Ideally, in this situation, I need to draw away that power provided by the L7020, and that is either using the ground to kind of draw it away from the actual cord itself, or I'm lengthening the wire, the GTO wire itself, in order to for it to lose more power before it gets there. But when I have the situation where I have the availability of a commercial power supply that will work, such as the Neon 21, then in the end, I don't see myself having an issue here whatsoever. I will simply opt for the Neon 21 in this case in order to effectively finish the piece. Now my next steps on this, and if you looked at like Harriet's piece, which I'll bring over here shortly here, Harriet's come up with some interesting mounting capabilities here using some PC7, some screws here, and kind of allowing that to mount on a platform. In this case, because I'm using capacitive coupling here for it, I will not use metal screws. I will use some nylon screws that can hold that weight. And because this piece is relatively light, I won't have to worry about the strain on that, and I'll kind of still use a 3-point system to mount to the back side here onto that plaque. In any case, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you out. I'll kind of continue doing more videos like this as I go along to kind of document what I've been working on. But this is the studio stuff I was talking about via live stream, in which I'm bouncing between the studio work of the podcast and studio work of finishing up pieces and learning new mounting options. If you guys got any questions, do send them my way. If I can't answer them, I will find the answers for you or point you in the right direction. In any case, check me out at www.taminglightning.net and check out the latest podcasts.